a second. I'm sending a text message to somebody. I'm trying to find out who exactly said, hey, let's spend $5,000 on our booth for a 16-day event. Who said that was a great idea? By the way, Ohio spent $7,500 or $750,000. Colorado ponied up $200,000 for their booth. We spent $5,000, and we live next to D.C. I want to talk about that because at 9:33, an hour from now, at the 9:33 experiment, our question that I want to talk to you about today, our subject is, what should we do about our booth? What should we promote in our booth? I don't know. I couldn't go in because they had a bicycle lock on the door. And when I looked in, it just looked like it was stuff left over from some other exhibit somewhere else. It was really, really thin. You want to comment? We'll do that coming up at 9:33. I do want to update you on something, though. The World Cup. The World Cup. So here's what's going on. United States doing really well. Round of 16. Tonight they'll play Belgium. But star player for the team, the United States of America, is named Balogun. He got a red card in the last game, meaning that he committed an infraction, kicked out of the game, and you're out for the next game. It's a penalty in soccer. Red card, boom, you're out. After officials reviewed, they looked at video footage, they looked at VR footage, and they said, okay, wait a minute, he's out. Kick him out. He's done. So the United States went like, I don't know if this is really legit. And again, I'm not a soccer fan. I don't like the game. I personally find it boring, but I've been watching just because of my patriotism. So Donald Trump looks at this and he sees the outrage around the soccer people like, this shouldn't be going on. This is wrong. He goes, let me look into this. So he does a little bit and he goes, hey, Howard Lutnick, you got time? Get some lawyers together, look and see if this is legitimate or not. So he does. And Lutnick and his lawyers go through and they look to see what was put into the red card that was handed out that kicks him out of the game. It keeps him out of the next game. They go, wait a minute. According to your bylaws, you're not allowed to do this, this, and this. And they went back to FIFA and said, like, listen, I think you guys got it wrong. You're suspending one of our best players for the next game, and you didn't even follow your own bylaws. FIFA looked and goes, sorry. Bruh, I'm sorry. I think I got it wrong. Yeah, you're right. So he's not suspended. He could play against Belgium. So then the world starts erupting around soccer fans, yelling and screaming, going crazy. Oh, by the way, it's 8:36 this morning here on Richmond's Morning News. So here's the latest of what's going on. I want to make sure everybody's up to date. Belgium's written appeal materials were reportedly due to FIFA by 8 a.m. this morning, Monday, July 6th. The case was assigned to an appeals official not affiliated with either UEFA or CONCACAF. FIFA could issue an expedited ruling before tonight's USA-Belgium kickoff at 8 p.m. Eastern, but FIFA has not guaranteed that timetable. For now, Belgium remains the player, Balogun, remains eligible to play. Balogun. I'm going to get this right. Balogun? See, I got Balogun. Okay, Balogun. Balogun. Okay. For now, he remains eligible to play. FIFA did not erase the red card. It suspended the automatic one-match ban and placed the sanction on a one-year probationary period unless he wins the appeal before the match, he can be selected tonight. My best read is because the appeal directly affects tonight's lineup. Meaningful decision will need to arrive several hours before kickoffs, likely this afternoon. But that's just an inference. FIFA has not announced the deadline. So we're watching all of this right now. So what's this mean? So Donald Trump got involved, said, hey, guys, boom. Now, here's the funny part. I'm not a soccer fan. And there are lots of Americans like, yeah, that's right. Our best guy gets to play tonight against Belgium. Now, I keep telling you this. If Donald Trump found a cure for cancer, people would be rooting for cancer. I'm not kidding you. If Donald Trump went to go put out a fire, they complain that he stopped a fire. I mean, just whatever the man does, there are people that hate him so much for whatever reason. I really don't know. I've met people that just, I hate him for whatever. I mean, anything he does, they're mad at him for breathing. If he told everybody, hold your breath, people would breathe extra. They'd hyperventilate. If he said, hey, maybe you should breathe deeply, people would hold their breath until they pass out. That's how much whatever he says, they despise. And now you're seeing this bubble up. I've seen it. I'm already getting the text messages of people complaining. See, Donald Trump has to make this all about him. He's such a jerk. Why does he have to get involved? I don't know. Why did he get involved? Because FIFA didn't follow its own rules. You're going to punish Team USA. We're all rooting for Team USA. We're all caught up in this. We're all excited for how well our boys are doing in this game. And to have one of our best players sidelined because FIFA didn't follow its own rules, I would assume everybody would like, hey, let's get this thing right. But because it's Donald Trump screaming and yelling, how dare he get involved in this, and he's ruining it, and I'm not going to watch a game that even though I love soccer, have just completely crashing out over, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that means when you just have a complete meltdown. New kids word. I thought I'd pass along to you. Just completely having a meltdown over Donald Trump getting involved in this. It is extraordinary to watch something that a lot of people love so much, and they're lifelong Democrats. They love this game. I'm not saying it's a Democratic game, but I'm just saying there are so many people that are so invested in this World Cup, but they're also such partisans that even when Donald Trump stands in there and says, hey, by the way, FIFA, look at this. And then now they're screaming, it's all about him. He's going to stand out there. Who do you think brought the World Cup to the United States in the first place? Who was the president when the World Cup was awarded and did everything he could to bring the World Cup to the United States of America? It was the first Trump administration. And then now I know people screaming, you'll see, it's all about him. Anybody who brings the World Cup to their country has to have the government get behind and convince FIFA, which, by the way, is not the most uncorrupt organization in the entire world, to get them to bring the World Cup. Nobody ever gets the World Cup without government officials getting involved, trying to tell the story. This is why you come to the United States. This is why you bring the World Cup to the United Arab Emirates or to Germany or to France or to any of those other countries. Even when you bring the Olympic Games, you have to have people say, hey, please come in here. And it has to have the government saying, yes, we'll help with all this. We'll guarantee all this. We'll guarantee all of that. So the people that are yelling, screaming, Donald Trump is just trying to be in charge of all of this. He's the one who brought the World Cup here. And the fact that he's going to award the trophy, I think that's kind of what happens when they're in a country, the leader of that country gets to present the World Cup. But again, people are going to go crazy just because they hate him so much. It's like the USA 250 in the state fair. Donald Trump just making this about himself. And just, folks, the 250 committee has been going on for a long time. By the way, for those of you that just hate Donald Trump and hate the fact that he gave a speech in front of the Washington Monument, you realize the 250 committee was actually meeting and planning while Joe Biden was in office. The 250 committee is not an invention of Donald Trump. It's been actually going on for a long time. It's a bipartisan committee that's partially funded by Congress with both Republicans and Democrats that have been planning this USA 250 semi-quincentennial celebration for the longest time, just like the World Cup has been planned for a long time, and not just because Donald Trump gotten back into office have they done this. Because he said, hey, guys, let's make this bigger, grander, and make this really special. Yes. I mean, unless you'd rather have a different president there go, yeah, 250, who cares? Do we really have to do all this? Let's just kind of tone it down a little bit. Again, whatever he does, people are going to hate it simply out of complete and total, just their own, whatever goes on in their own little head just says, I hate anything he touches. It's just so odd to watch people completely having this feeling of just utter disdain, toxic hate for the man. No matter what he does, they hate everything he touches. And it's inexplicable. They can't explain why they hate him so much. They just come up with things. But again, no clear, concrete reason. There's lots of reasons why you could dislike him. But just this venom that you get coming his way is not about him. It's about people and their point of view. And I get it. You don't like him? Great. There's things he does that drives me crazy. There's things he does that I like. And I tell people I'm not MAGA because I'm going to hold him accountable. If he does something I don't like, I'm going to speak up. If he does something that I like, I'm going to speak up. I stood up against redistricting. I said that's wrong. I don't care where it is. Lawmakers should never choose their voters. It's always the voters choosing their lawmakers. I'll stand up I'll stand up and I'll open my mouth when there's something that I'll disagree with. But if you just 100% love him no matter what, or you 100% hate him no matter what, are you really thinking for yourself? Number for you to comment on any of this, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. All right, today's program is brought to you by Loan Pronto. Whew. Credit card bills, they can crush you. You think you're catching up. Okay, listen, I'm going to make a little bit above my minimum payments for a year.